I think what you should know is that Dark Phoenix is different. It is a lot different than any of the X-Men movies prior. This is a dark movie talking about mental health issues, especially for superheroes, which I think is really cool. It was so much fun working with Simon. I love Simon, and I just think he's just the most wonderful man on the planet. And for him to step into his directorial debut with a movie like this and for it to come out as good as I think it is, I'm really proud of him.
You guys got to go see this movie. It's going to be, you're going to love it. There's 3 sequences in it, and each one just gets better and better. And it's a return to the sort of roots of it. It's awesome. It's an honor to play Quicksilver. It's super fun to play it. The special effects and visual effects are amazing. And I'm just happy that fans like it, for sure. Simon was incredible, man. He's super smart and super compassionate and very collaborative. So it was really fun to work with him on this movie.
I really love that it's such a female-driven film. You know, the whole movie centers around Jean and her journey. This is pretty spectacular, just seeing everyone again and seeing Simon and the whole cast. I feel like each day has gotten better, and even just reading more and more of the comics as I go along, it's been really exciting.
This one really is about a family and about what happens when one member of the family threatens to divide them all and how they heal. So as much as it's a superhero movie, it's actually something that I think we can all relate to and we've all sort of witnessed in some measure or another.
It's about family. It's about a family, and one member of that family is having a lot of trouble keeping themselves level, having mental problems, if you like. And really, you just watch that, how that it tears that family apart. There are so many elements to Charles that are explored and expressed in the comic books. It's our responsibility to try and mine them in the movies as well, and not just play the same thing again and again and again. I feel that responsibility quite heavy.
They will not be disappointed. This is the final conclusion after all of these years of these movies, and it really does not hold back at any point. I'm very excited to go see it again. This one is it's very human. It's very raw and emotional. It's made uniquely. It's a huge responsibility. People are such huge fans of these movies, and of these comic books, of these stories and these characters. We take on a huge responsibility to not let them down.
I would like to tell them that it's finally time to see Dark Phoenix. The moment has arrived, and it's the culmination of the story and these casts and these characters that you've grown to love, and I can't wait for you to experience it. Well, this film is definitely really intimate. It's focused on the characters, it's focused on their relationships, it's I guess, dissolution of a family. How long do you try to stay together? How long do you try to save someone? I guess I would say it's a non-mutant story. It's very
To tell stories about women in 2019, you hold a lot of space because we're dynamic, like we're multidimensional, we have all of these moving parts to us. It doesn't just stick to one thing.
It's always about the explosions or the costumes, and they keep us on the edge of our seat. But with this one, it's emotionally driven. It's about the characters' relationships, and that's what's important about movies. It's something that you can take away and remember forever.
It's definitely the most real, raw, dramatic, emotional X-Men movie we've ever made. I think this X-Men movie is going to make you feel more than you've ever felt watching an X-Men film. I grew up an X-Men fan, reading the comics. I never dreamed there'd be X-Men movies, let alone I'd be involved in making them, and there's no way we make them without the X-Men fans. So we make these movies for you. I make them from the same place that you want to see them, which is from the books, and I tried to make this movie as true to the essence of the Dark Phoenix story as possible, which was my favorite storyline growing up, and for a lot of us, our favorite story. Well, you know, having written and produced a lot of these movies and knowing this cast so well, I walked into this really great environment where they were supportive. It was like a little family. And the only surprise was it's really tiring to direct. It's a lot more tiring than writing and producing because it's nonstop. There's not a single moment where you get a moment off.
Thank you so much for being fans for so many years and supporting us and letting us know when we're not doing things quite right and letting us know when we are doing things right and just being as open and honest and dedicated to this story as we are. I think it's so different from any other X-Men movie. It's emotional, it's character driven, it's grounded. It's almost like a family drama. If you took away all the kind of fantastical elements, you would still get a fully fleshed out movie. Which I think is something that's really exciting and we haven't seen before. It's an honor. It's a total honor that Simon trusts me with this character, that the fans trust me with this character. So I'm excited. I just can't believe we're here.
I just want to say you guys are awesome. I love your perseverance and your ambition with X-Men. I love you so much, and I can't wait for you to see Dark Phoenix. Well, I love that responsibility. I love being able to take charge of her role, and I'm very grateful that I got to portray her.
You know, this franchise has always represented, you know, a group of outcasts that weren't accepted by society, and I think that a lot of people can relate to the franchise because of that. And I think this film especially really tests the values of family, and in this case, the X-Men. It's really exciting. But it's also an amazing dramatic movie, and I think it's compelling. Sophie Turner's performance is incredible, and yeah, it's a movie about family. So whether or not you've seen an X-Men film or not, I think this one will be good to check out.